Good evening to you all. From the Tri-City Fairgrounds in Toledo, New Ohio. My name is Tiddly Clowners. This is WHK. New Ohio Radio for the New Ohio Debonairs. And we have a pivotal end to the series today between the New Ohio Debonairs and the Pittsburgh Presbyterians, as that is Jimmy Soup Cutlets grounding right out to blithely cartwheeling for the first out of this game. Aubrey Boner is on the mound. 4-2, 3.10 ERA. 14 strikeouts in his 7 games started so far. Across 52 and a third innings, and that's going to be extra bases. Wells Boopa, who is batting .324 so far this season, in with a stand-up double to get things started. Bring up Jim Bobway. Bit of a nervy atmosphere here at the Tri-City Fairgrounds. Pittsburgh having taken the first 2 games of the series, one of them being an extra innings masterpiece for baseball. Unfortunately, did not end up on the proper side for the Debonairs. As Bobway, taking a 3-1 count from Aubrey Bona, will hit it right to Jake Steakhouse for out number 2, keeps Cooper at second, and brings up Shrewd Bland, who's been just dynamite catcher and batsman this season, batting just under 400, 396. He's going to pop that one high up into the air. Should be easy for Carrick Burns in center field today. And that'll be out number 3, so retiring the side. Corneal Abrasion will take the mound for the Pittsburgh Presbyterians in a game where they can tie the Debonairs in first place in the Continental League with a win tonight. Abrasion is 2-2 with a 4.41 ERA. He has pitched 49 innings across 7 games, so that's an easy average if you're good with your long division. 17 strikeouts in those 7 games. And he starts off with a 2-2 count to Tough Tambo, batting .357. And it's going to be easily grounded to Jimmy Soup Cutlets. Throw to Jim Bobway in time for out number 1. Here's blithely cartwheeling the third baseman. Only batting .235 this season is cartwheeling, but immeasurable in the field. He's going to line that one right out to Cutlets for out number 2. And this brings us to Loud Juice Kendrick, who is going to ground it similarly to Jimmy Soup Cutlets. A 1-2-3 inning for Mr. Abrasion, and it is scoreless after 1. KG affair already expected from these sides. Bale Scottish has found his way into that third base position and the starting lineup, 5th in the order. He is starting things off here in the top of the 2nd. Day off between this and the previous game. The Pittsburgh Presbyterians winning 5-4 in the first game, 10-6 in the second. That 5-4 win was extra innings, as well as Scottish is going to strike out. First strikeout of the game for Aubrey Bona. This brings up Og McQuaid, who will pop it up on the first pitch. Right to Bona himself. Mermel Spep takes the plate, 7th in the order. Still trying to find some consistency aside from Wells Boopa in the outfield for the Presbyterians. But it will be a 1-2-3 inning for them. Heading to the bottom of the 2nd as Spep grounds it out. Ted Wingner gets things started, who has been quieted somewhat by his immeasurable standards. He's going to be on with a single. And brings up unlikely hero Dudley Zuencastle back into the side. Playing right field today. He is only batting .184, however, he has hit his number of home runs. That's going to go into left field. Caught by Wells Boopa. Keeps Wingner at first and brings up Jake Steakhouse. Beg your pardon, Zuencastle is batting .204. Had 2 home runs in the losing effort just the other night. He was a bright spot in the Debonairs lineup, but just could not keep pace with the with the batting of the Presbyterians. They were just on fire, metaphorically speaking, of course. after working the pitch count, that is a walk for Jake Steakhouse. He will happily welcome that as he is on base. He's had a bit of a slump. He's only batting 264. I say that as if that's a bad thing, but his average was over 300 to start the season. Eric Burns is going to pop that one up. That is Shrewd Bland with the catch in foul territory. This should be an easy one, right to Jimmy Soup Cutlets. And Hammond Dangle, the catcher, will record the third out. Right to the shortstop. Throw to Bobway in time. After two, a hit apiece for the sides. We enter the third inning with Froth Loins, right fielder today, coming in for Condom Funnel. It's going to trickle just to the fair side of the first base line. He is on with the single that is retrieved by W. Wincastle. Froth Loins, not many at-bats. That's only his 6th hit of the season. Not made too many appearances. He comes in off the bench, and this is the pitcher spot, corneal abrasion. An attempt to steal, that is a strike, and he's in with the stolen base. The sweep, the throw was on time, but the catch and sweep just not enough, and that's going to be a strikeout looking to corneal abrasion. Second strikeout of the game for Aubrey Bona. That is 16 on the season, and we go back to the top of the order. With one out, it's Jimmy Soup Cutlets, 0 for 1 today. Pops that one high into the air. Is it not got the distance? It's going to be just into left field. Ped Wingner easily with the catch. It does move Froth. Oh, excuse me, it does not move Froth Loins to second. He was already at second from the stolen base. My mistake. Bring up Will Cooper with 2 outs. Had a double to start things off. The only hit of the first inning. Gonna pop that one high into the air. Easy in foul territory. Put up the Wincastle, and it retires aside. Into the bottom of the third. Another cagey affair for these two teams. A tie for first on the line for the Presbyterians. A little bit of daylight between them and Pittsburgh for the Debonairs with a win. One of the pitcher, his first at bat. On deck is Turf Tamba. Top of the order after this one, and he's going to strike out swinging. First strikeout of the game for Abrasion. That's his 18th on the season. Facing Turf Tamba. He blanked him in the first, and he's going to blank him again, grounding right to Zimbabwe, who steps on the bag for out number 2. Lively cartwheeling also was blanked in the first. 1-2-3 inning for the Debonairs in the first inning. They got their lone hit from Ped Wingner to start the second. And right now this is working the count 2-1. Cartwheeling very, I'm going to say he was very cautious and careful and patient. However, he ends up grounding it out right to the pitcher. And Abrasion throws to Bobway. We're 1/3 of the way through the game. And Jim Bobway, who's batting .366 this season, 0 for 1 today, 21 runs batted in, only 4 home runs. He's very much a contact hitter. He's a single hitter, actually. I think of his 45 hits, only 14 are extra base hits, and that includes the home runs, of course. He's worked himself into a full count. And that's going to be right to Blythe, the cartwheeling throw in time. And Bona wins that battle, but it was a tough one. Bring up Shrewd Bland. Smashes that one foul. He's got 11 home runs, 22 runs batted in. He's batting .414. 4-1-4, that of course is. Very much a singles or a home run hitter. Is it high enough? Is it far enough? It's a home run to industry for Shrewd Bland. That is number 12 for him this season. And that puts the Pittsburgh Presbyterians in the lead, 1-0. They're in the top of the 4th. Bring up Bale Scottish. Home run brought to you by Industry Brand, colognes, perfumes, and fragrances. If it smells good, it must be Industry, and if it must be Industry, then it must smell good. Found whatever smells are sold. Scottish makes a shorter work of it. He pops it high up into the air into foul territory. I think that was blindly caught with him with the catch. However, Og McQuaid is going to hit it to industry yet again. Another hit to industry. And home run number 5 on the season for Mr. Og McQuaid. Batting .375. Well, that number's gone up a bit as he's 1 for 2 today with that home run. And it's 2-0 for the Presbyterians with 2 outs. Mermel Spett will not make good contact. It'll go right to Bona. He'll make the throw and happily get out of that inning. So 2 home runs, 2 runs, 2-0. Bottom of the 4th, it's Loud Juice Kendrick with Ped Wingner on deck. So there's a chance for the Debonairs to string together some runs, string together some hits. This is the chance, not with a hit like that. It's popped up into the air, into foul territory. True Bland makes the catch for out number 1. This is Ped Wingner with the only hits today for the Debonairs. A single to lead off the second. Big swing on that one for strike 1. Gets the edge of the bat and it goes into the glove of Frost Loins. So that is a catch for out number 2. Bring up Dudley Zuencastle, who's going to single that one right up the center, right to Mermel Spett. Finds the gap in the infield. He's on with a single with 2 outs. And it brings up Jake Stakehouse. Zuencastle, a bit of an unexpected producer for the offense. And Stakehouse gets it off the glove of Abrasion. He recovers, throws to Bobway in time, strands the 1 runner, which is Dudley Zuencastle, and it is the end of 4. Top of the 5th, 2-0 in favor of the away side, the Presbyterians. With Frost Loins taking the mound, taking the plate. Aubrey Bona still on the mound, only 42 pitches so far. That was number 43. 1-2 the count. There's only blips on the radar, a double, a single, and the 2 home runs, which of course are the reason for the 2-0 scoreline. He strikes out Frost Loins, his 3rd strikeout today. Bringing up the pitcher spot, Cornel Abrasion, who was his 2nd strikeout of the game. Abrasion's going to single that up the middle, recovered by Burns, and Abrasion gets his 1st hit of the game. Actually his 4th hit of the season. 4 for 19 on the season. Not too bad for a pitcher, I must say. Jimmy Soup Cutlets, 0 for 2 today. He fouls off the first pitch. Takes ball 1, 1-1. And he's going to single it up the middle. So that's going to be runners on 1st and 2nd. With only 1 out. Wilt Hooper, 1 for 2 today with a double in the 1st. And perhaps a bit of confidence coming from this Pittsburgh Presbyterians team. Big swing on that one for strike 2. And he's going to get him swinging for the strike 3. And that is 2 outs, bringing up Jim Bobway with runners on 1st and 2nd. Bobway is batting .414 with runners in scoring position. It's high enough, it's far enough, it's to industry. A 3-run home run from Jim Bobway. Only his 5th home run this season. It is the 3rd home run this game. And Pittsburgh is suddenly leading 5-0. With Shrewd Bland, the hitter of the 1st home run today. And Bona is starting to look a bit worried out there. The bit of an anus scratch from him. 3-0. This might not bode well as Bland smashes it. And my goodness, it's falling apart. It's to industry again. The 2nd home run today for Shrewd Bland makes it 6-0. And I think the bullpen might be called into action today from these Pittsburgh batsmen. Bale Scottish coming up. And they're going to try to let Bona finish this inning out. It misses his glove, however, goes right to Tamba. Throw gets him out of the inning. And, well, it is now 6-0, but that might be the last of Aubrey Bona's day, as he is not on deck, but he is poised to bat today in this inning. Carrick Burns, Hammond Dangle, and the pitcher spot to make up the bottom of the fifth. Burns is going to pop that one high up into the air. It's easy for Cross Loins for out number one, and the hits are just not coming for the Debonairs today. It's Hammond Dangle on the first pitch, hitting it right to the third baseman, Dale Scottish. Throws to Bobway in time. And I imagine, yes, Harry Tarcake is coming in. To pinch hit for Aubrey Bona. He's going to pop it up into foul territory. Shrewd Bland will get out number 3, and the 273 batting center fielder will make way for Darby Gigawater. Who will come into pitch here in the top of the 6th. To Og McQuart. He will, on the second pitch, get him right to Loud Juice Kendrick, crowd number 1. Here's Mermal Spep. Gigawater, 1-1 on his decisions this season. Only pitched 6 innings across 5 games. He's got an ERA of 6. And he gives up a single to Mermal Spep up the middle. Bring up Froth Loins with 1 out. His whip is 1.33, so that's 1 1/3 walks or hits per inning pitch. That's going to be another single, this time to left field. Ped Wingner has to retrieve it from Froth Loins. We go to Corneal Abrasion, who's had a single. He will stay in this game, no reason not to. He's been pitching a lights-out performance on the Debonairs through 5 innings so far. And he is, in fact, going to line it right after Jake Steakhouse for out number 2. Froth Loins has to tag, Mermal Spep has to dive back into second base to make sure there was no double play. And brings us to the top of the order with Amy Soup Cutlets. Right to Tough Tamba, who plays it just into the grass. Throws it in time and retires aside. So we head to the bottom of the 6th. It's still 6-0. The Debonairs taking the plate. Top of the order, it's Turf Tamba. Will be the 3rd bat around for the Debonairs this inning. Tamba 0 for 2. That's up the middle for a single. His first hit of the game. It might be extra bases as Mermal Spep has to chase it down. Yes, it will be a sliding double for Turf Tamba to start things off with no out. And blithely cartwheeling with no outs takes the plate. He's 0 for 2 today. One and 1 the count. Facing Abrasion, and he's going to single to left field, whilst Booper right there to retrieve it. It's going to move the runners to the corner, so Tamba on 3rd. Cartwheeling on with 1st, and here's Loud Juice Kendrick. Smashes it. Is it high and far enough? No, it's going to go into center field. And it's going to be a sacrifice, so it is going to be 1-0. Sacrifice 5 from Loud Juice Kendrick. Makes it 6-1. With Ped Wingner batting .425. .458 with runners in scoring position, although he does have the runner on first. That is not considered running in scoring position. Getting ready to announce that with someone at 3rd base. However, Wingner is going to drop that into the warning track. A diving Spep has no chance to get it, and it's a stand-up double for Ped Wingner, his 2nd hit of the game. And in comes Chud Tater for Dudley Zooncastle. I'm a bit surprised by that, but Chud Tater is going to hit it right to Bale Scottish. And, well, no fancy Dan. It does get the out at first. But it does bring home Loud, blithely cartwheeling from 3rd. And Chud Tater batting .327 this season. Comes in and delivers at least 1 run. Here's Jake Steakhouse. Walked in the 2nd. And he's going to strike out swinging to end the inning. Striking out Jake Steakhouse. That is strikeout number 2 for corneal abrasion today. And top of the 7th, Herrick Burns will move into right field. And it puts Chud Tata in center field. Well, Hooper already up to bat 3 times today. He's going 1 for 3, make that 1 for 4 as he grounds right to loud Bruce Kendrick route number 1. Zimbabwe is the big difference maker today. 1 for 3 with that 1 is a very big 3-run home run. He does pop it up to Chud Tata for out number 2, bringing up Shrewd Bland, who has hit 2 home runs today. Oh, don't say he's going to do a 3rd one. My God, he's done it again. Shrewd Bland, 3 solo home runs to industry today. 7-2, 7-2, excuse me. And I have to imagine he might be leading the league in home runs. With that is now number 14 for him this season. Here is Bale Scottish with 2 outs. Take strike 1, Darby Gigglewater. That is home run number 3 he's given up. And Bale Scottish on with his first hit of the game. It's a single right to Chud Tata. 2 outs. Og McQuaid has hit the other home run. He's going to line that one right to Jake Steakhouse to retire the side, but another Shrewd Bland home run makes it 7-2 in favor of the Presbyterians, who are looking to tie for first place with the Debonairs after this game if the result stands. Corneal abrasion out for the 7th inning. 64 pitches at the moment. 62 coming into this inning. 65 is going to be out on the 1, which is Herrick Burns, who has not had much luck today. Over 3. Hammond Dangles, similar story. Swings at strike number 1. Going to pop that up into the Gloverwell Boulevard. Bringing up Darby Gigglewater, who's going to come out for Dollop O'Daisy. One on the count, the first one is fouled, the second was outside. That is 1-2 the count. Dollop O'Daisy batting .273. First baseman, he's going to strike out swinging. That's Abrasion's 3rd strikeout of the day, and in comes Pork Cano. Pork Cano, an ERA of 4.26. 3 strikeouts. He's only showed up in 6 1/3 innings, so he's starting to come in as the Debonairs have started to use their, started to need their bullpen. A lot of these starting pitchers are just not giving the bullpen a lot of need to work because they've just gone late into these games, but Pork Cano is proving himself handy. We still have Shirley Bo Burley, the reliever of choice, in the bullpen, and of course Bear Butts, the closer, should they need him. That's 2 outs. Froth Loins grounding that one out, and that's corneal abrasion, still going to go strong into the bottom of the 8th. He's going to pop it up to Ped Wingner for out number 3, so a 1-2-3 inning for Pork Cano. And that will do it for, well, that will do it for abrasion. His day is over. Jig Fliggleston coming in. Facing tough Tamba, hits it high. Is it far enough? It's to industry. Tough Tamba with home run number 7. And Jig Fliggleston gives up home run number 5 of the season. I'm going to say he's batting an ERA. He's got an ERA of 10.39. He's made appearances in 17 1/3 innings. He does have a 1-0 record and 1 save on his record, but he's showed up in 11 games. This is game number 12 for him, and He's just got to get 2 out, get 6 outs if necessary. He's got 1. That is blithely cartwheeling, grounding out to Ogmaquet. Throw to Bobway is in time. He's allowed Juice Kendrick. His only blip on the score sheet is a sacrifice fly in the 6th inning to make it to give the first run of the game, but it is still 7-3. He's going to be on with a single. That's going to go right to Mummelspeth. And here is Ped Wingner, who can make this a 2-run game if he blasts this out. You don't want to ask for too much, but that feels like something he might be able to do. Suddenly you feel a little bit of momentum. Well, he's going to single it right to the center. Mummelspeth retrieves it. Cuts off Hendrick from getting to third. And Tateta hits it high. Is it far enough? No industry, a 1-run game. Tateta hits it to industry. Second home run of this inning. It is 7-6. And suddenly, you feel belief. Oh, don't tell me Steakhouse can do it as well. It's going to be short to the warning track. Oh, it's right caught by Smith. And the bats are starting to come alive for the Debonairs. It is 7-6. Jig Fliggleston looking a bit rattled. Carrick Burns, he's 0 for 3 today. Pitches a bit all over the place. 2-1 the count. Fouls it for 2-2. That's going to be a single right up the middle of the stop. Carrick Burns is on with his first hit of the game. We go to Hammond Dangle. Wonder if they might use a pinch hitter here. They will go to Dimples Bugby, the backup, or the other catcher. The starting catcher usually. He is going to come in for Hammond Dangle. Bugby batting only 116, so he's again not really a batting catcher. Decided to give Dangle a bit of a tryout to see what he's doing. 3-1 the count, so this would be a great chance to walk Bugby. Wow, well they're going to bring the spot. I don't think that'll be Quinault. It will be Quincy Longpants coming in to pinch hit. Quincy Longpants is going to... Oh, it's not fielded well by Weld Boopa. It's going to be an RBI single, and we have a tie game. Well, Boopa unable to get to it, sliding in, and that is RBI number 6 for Quincy Longpants. We go to Turf Tamba, who just this inning has hit a home run. And Jig Fligglested is in it. Now he is 3-0, the count. You suddenly feel like this could be the change of the game. He walks Turf Tamba. And yes, Warden Lobster is going to come in. I think that is probably the best solution for... Well, I don't even know what to say. It is now 9-7, 10-7. Lively cartwheeling with a 3-run double. And suddenly, the Debonairs have put on a 9th inning masterpiece with Bear Butts taking the mound. Mind you, he has not had an 8-run top of the 8th. Bottom of the 8th, excuse me. Dimples Bugby at catcher, Bear Butts. And my goodness, Jimmy Soup Cutlets hits a home run to industry. Well, I can't keep track of all of these. But let's just say every home run that's been hit today is brought to you by industry brand colognes, perfumes, and fragrances. Why smell like anything when you can smell like the fresh, clean scent of industry? Found whatever smells are sold. Wells Boopa with no out. A 2-run game is going to hit it right through the legs of Bear Butts. He's on with a single, and Zimbabwe is now the tying run at the plate with Shrewd Bland on deck. What a game we are witnessing. Bobway could hit it into. Oh, what a time for a Fancy Dan! Double play! Brought to you by Fancy Dan. Follow the products for a fop in your quaff with Fancy Dan. Here is Shrewd Bland with 2 outs. Smashes it. Oh, don't tell me. Don't tell me he's going to do it for a 4th time. Oh my goodness, a 4th home run to industry from Shrewd Bland makes it 10-9. I am very glad it's not a tie game now, but it is 10-9 with 2 outs, and a Shrewd Bland home run means Bale Scottish represents the tying run.
Foul ball.
Fouls it off. 4 home runs for Shrewd Bland.
Oh.
I don't think I've ever seen anything in my life. All solo home runs. There is that. It's 0-2. Bare Butts still holding on to a lead, but just barely. It's 10-9. 1-2 the count. 2-2. That ball is high. Right to Loud Juice. Kendrick jogs to first. That will do it. The New Ohio Debonairs put on an 8-run 8th inning to come from 7-0, go to 10-7, and squeak out a 10-9 victory. If that isn't the most amazing thing I have ever seen in my career in baseball as an announcer, I don't know what to tell you. The New Ohio Debonairs eke out to win. The final score, as the box score will read it, the Pittsburgh Presbyterians, 9 runs off 15 hits. The New Ohio Debonairs, 10 runs off 12 hits. The number of home runs hit today, 9. 7 from the Presbyterians, 2 from the Debonairs. I don't even know how to record this for posterity, but I'm glad that you could hear it on WHK. If you're here at the ballpark, my goodness, you have witnessed history in the making. Pork Cano gets the win. Bare Butts with his save. That is the first decision of the season for Pork Cano, 1-0. Bare Butts gets save number 10 in the most unconventional of ways, but he gets it. Jig Fliggleston records the loss, and we thank our friends at the Honeybee Tobacco Company, who sponsor the finest dandies of the day. Honeybee Tobacco Company, fine hand-rolled cigarettes grown in the fabled tobacco fields of the Carolinas. They bring us the finest dandies of the day, and why wouldn't it be these 3? Chud Tater, 1 for 2 with a home run and 4 RBIs. You know, that's what you can say about him. He was outstanding today. The second finest dandy is from the Debonairs, Turf Tamba, with a home run. Went 2 for 4, but the finest dandy of the day goes to Shrewd Bland. Bully to him for the Pittsburgh Presbyterians, because who could stop him? 4 home runs. 4 home runs, all solo home runs. And goodness me, that could have been a different game if any of those home runs were not 1-run home runs. Well, that will do it. Shrewd Bland does get the a complimentary carton of Honeybee cigarettes, and I have to breathe heavily as that game was something to witness. New Ohio get their 20th win. They improved to 20-10. Pittsburgh dropped to 18-2, safely 2 games behind the league-leading Debonairs, who what a day. They both have a day off for the travel day. Pittsburgh go back home to welcome the Chicago Teetotalers, and the New Ohio Debonairs head to the road to take on the Milwaukee Dutchmen, the defending champions, who have had a bit of a losing streak, lost 8 in a row, so potentially a chance for New Ohio to get back to their winning ways. But that is, I don't know what else to say. We have witnessed quite a game today. Thank you for listening. We return to the music here on Radio WHK. I'm Tiddly Clowners. I bid you farewell by wishing you that may your days be dapper and your evenings elegant.